everyone, we are from Group 3 and in this video presentation, we will presenting our case study which is Knowledge Management in FGV Holding Berhad. My name is SYUHADA binti Bonandar and I will start the presentation with the introduction. Felda Global Ventures Holding Berhad or FGV is a major agribusiness company based in Malaysia and is recognized as one of the largest producers of crude palm oil (CPO) in the world. The company produces palm oil from its own plantation and supplies it to both domestic and international market. FGV operates in 7 countries across Asia, Europe, and North America, with its main business areas including plantation, oils and fat, sugar, logistics, and consumer products that support farmers. The company managed approximately 439,000 hectares of land in Malaysia and Indonesia, contributing to about 3% of global palm oil production and 40% of Malaysian total output. With a strong workforce of around 51,000 employees, FGV ensures smooth and efficient operation across its sector. Committed to sustainability and long-term growth, FGV continues to focus on producing high-quality agriculture products while maintaining a strong presence in both local and global markets. Next, moving on to the importance of intellectual capital. Intellectual capital means knowledge, skill, experience, and relationship that help an organization create value. According to BINTI 2001 and 2008, it is a knowledge and intangible asset that can be turned into value. Stewart 1997 adds that it includes information and experience owned by people in the organization that helps improve competitive advantages. There are 3 main part of intellectual capital. The first one is human capital. It's about the knowledge, skills, creativity, and experience of employees. Second is structural capital. It's about the system, processes, database, and structure of the organization. And last but not least, it's about relational capital. Is the relationship with customer, supplier, and external partner. These 3 parts are connected and work together to make a company stronger and more competitive. Intellectual capital is important because the need for smart and skilled workers is increasing, especially in the service industry. Second, employees who interact with customers play a big role in delivering value. Third, innovation and continuous learning help companies to succeed in a fast-changing world. In short, managing intellectual capital will help the companies to stay competitive, adapt to change, and grow in the long term.
Good day. My name is NURIN and I'll be presenting the first analysis, which is about human capital. Human capital refers to the knowledge, skill, experience, and health of individuals in an organization. At FGV Holding Berhad, human capital is vital for operation and sustainability, especially in their plantation. Based on an interview with AZLI, his team includes 14 permanent staff and 234 temporary or daily paid workers. Out of these, 52 are locals and 182 are foreigners, mostly Indonesian, followed by Bangladeshis and Indians. RGV divides the work clearly. Foreign workers do heavy tasks like harvesting, while local workers handle skilled jobs like field supervisors and machine operators. The hiring process is different for each group. Local workers are interviewed with must meet certain job requirements, while foreign workers go through a 3-month training program to learn the job. FGB also use a digital system called ERML to manage employee records and to monitor productivity more effectively. Now, we're presenting about the challenges that are faced in managing the human capital. One of the key challenges in managing human capital at FGV is the low initial skill levels among the newly recruited foreign workers. Many of these migrant laborers arrive with little to no experience in palm oil plantation work. For example, some struggles to identify ripe fruit or properly handle basic harvesting tools like sickles. While a learning curve is expected, it creates pressure on the management team as safety drills and basic procedures often need to be repeated long after standard operation is complete. Supervisors report that this slows down productivity and leads to inconsistent output during early training period. These early stage inefficiencies not only strain the team but also disrupt overall workflow and impact pricing cycles, make it difficult to maintain smooth operations. Another emerging concern at FGV is the self-discipline issue observed among some of the younger hire, especially daily paid workers. According to Encik Azizi and a few shift supervisors, there has been a noticeable increase in late arrivals during morning shift. This pattern is believed to be linked to distraction using digital devices, such as late night phone usage and excessive social media activity. When workers came in late, it delays project timeline and puts unplanned pressure on their teammates who have to cover extra work. Over time, this not only affects team morale but also drains their energy and focus on senior staff and mentors. If not addressed, such a behavior can gradually weaken the talent pipeline and reduce the company's ability to build a strong and reliable workforce.
One of our key recommendations is to implement a mentorship or buddy system at FGV plantations. Since many foreign workers are unfamiliar with the tasks and environments, their early days can be overwhelming. By pairing each new or less experienced worker, especially foreigners, with a seasoned local employee, they provide not just technical guidance but also emotional support. This approach helps reduce anxiety, boosts confidence, and improves overall work quality. As Encik Aziz mentioned, many of these workers come with little to no experience. Having a mentor can shape their discipline, boost morale, and create a stronger culture of teamwork and respect across different backgrounds.
I will now explain the second component of intellectual capital, which is structural capital. Structural capital includes intangible assets that form the base value and performance of an organization, such as organizational structure, patterns, and system. FGV relies heavily on structural capital to operate its vast plantation network throughout Malaysia. This includes milling operations and employee logistic management. To manage its knowledge and operation, FGV uses several important systems. One of the main one is the Employee Record Management and Labor System, or ERML. This system records employee attendance, performance, output statistic, and task assignment. It also allows estate managers to track productivity for performance assessment and incentive calculation. Another key system is SAP, which stands for System, Applications, and Products. SAP tracks the movement of raw material from plantation to processing mills. It provides real-time integration and transparency across all supply chain processes. SAP helps management to monitor and control resources used while reducing internal errors. In addition to this system, FGV uses a set of written procedure called the Manual Lestari. This document contains standard operating procedure for key plantation tasks such as replanting, harvesting, fertilizing, safety, and environmental procedure. It helps to maintain consistent quality, reduce error, and support compliance with national and international standards, including MSPO and RSPO. Together, this system, ERML, SAP, and the Manual Lestari helps FGV to manage and preserve its internal knowledge efficiently. This helps the company to maintain productivity, standardization, and sustainability across all levels of operations.
One of the problems with structural capital is using old system. FGV still relies on its ERML and SAP system to manage operation and employee payroll. These systems look organized and complete on paper, but in reality, they are becoming outdated. They have too many features and work slowly and don't always match well with newer tools. Because this system cannot keep up with current needs, employees end up wasting time looking for pieces of data that should be easy to find in one place. When things need to move quickly, slow systems create problems. Important information becomes hard to find, people end up doing the same work twice, decisions are delayed, and something that was clear yesterday suddenly becomes confusing or missing today.
We recommend that FGV conduct a digital audit to improve its outdated systems like ERML and SAP. While these systems are still running, they no longer meet today's operational needs. when staff spend too much time searching for data or dealing with slow systems, it doesn't just hurt productivity, it affects moral and decision making too. A digital audit acts like a health checkup for FGV's technology. It involves reviewing outdated software, inefficient workflows, and listening to staff across all levels to identify the real issues. By doing this, FGV can upgrade its system, streamline operations, and show employees that their time and input truly matter.
Next, I will explain the third part of intellectual capital, which is relational capital. Relational capital means the value of a company gets from its relationship with others like suppliers, customers, the government, and also the business partner. At FGV, they work hard to build strong relationship with their stakeholders. For example, they follow the RSPO and MSPO standards. These are rules that make sure palm oil is produced in a responsible and sustainable way. Because of this, FGV holds stakeholder meetings 3 times a year to talk and solve problems together. FGV also connects well with their customers. In 2023, they launched the Saji Terima Kasih Malaysia campaign during Merdeka seasons. This campaign is to appreciate the customer for their supports by giving special promotions, discount, giveaways, and fun content on social media. This helps the brands to stay close to the people and builds customer loyalty. Besides that, FGV works closely with the government and other regulators. This helps them to follow the law, protect the environment, and stay trustworthy. It also keeps them safe from any legal problems.
One of the problems with relational capital is the heavy burden of following both international and local sustainability rules like RSPO and MSPO. These rules require FGV to record every delivery, allow surprise inspection, and constantly show that their operation treat workers fairly, protect the environment, and respect the surrounding community. Following all these rules can feel less like doing the right thing and more like running a full-time department just for paperwork and checking box. There's a lot of documents to handle and using special software costs money. But the biggest challenge is still the workers who have to manage all these tasks while also handling daily jobs like planting and managing pay. If they make even a small mistake in tracking or reporting, it could damage the company's reputation, delay their certification, and cause international buyers, especially in Europe or North America, to look for other suppliers who are easier to trust and verify.
Another important recommendation is to train FGB's compliance officers who play a vital role in maintaining sustainability standards like RSPO and MSPO. These officers handle all audit trails, paperwork, and ensure operations align with the ethical, environmental, and social expectations. By equipping them with the latest digital tools and providing regular training workshops, they can work more efficiently and stay updated with evolving regulations. This is not just about fulfilling requirements, it's about strengthening FGV's ethical foundation and building a culture where integrity is actively supported and valued.
To conclude our study on FGV Holding Berhad, it shows how knowledge management through human, structural, and relational capital is vital to its success. While FGV is doing well in applying systems like SAP and building stakeholders' trust, it still faces challenges such as skills gap, outdated system, and compliance pressure. However, with solutions like mentorship programs, digital upgrades, and compliance training, FGV has strong potential to improve further. Overall, by investing in both people and technology, FGV is well positioned to remain competitive and sustainable in the global agribusiness industry.